But thanks, Jim, not just for the introduction, but for your leadership, for your team. You mentioned Andy Ziegler, a good friend, thinking about not only Andy, but before that, Bob Lang, and not just opening it nearly a decade ago, but all the money and the time, sweat, and tears poured into this, literally poured in. And so a lot of great people have set the table for what's going to be an incredible U.S. Open. Certainly, I'm thrilled to be here today. I'm not as thrilled as all of you as I look at you, because you're going to be out in the golf course after this and a little bit of lunch. I'm going to be at the courthouse signing some legislation, and then at the Water Council, so that's why I'm dressed like this instead of dressed like you guys. That's why you have bigger smiles than I do. But for us, Jim's right. I mean, this is, hat tip to Jim Doyle, who was out front on this, as well as a number of other golf initiatives here in the state. We try to continue that. A lot of times in politics we talk about red states, blue states. In this case, it's all about green. Certainly the green that you're on, but also the green that comes in from the money, that comes in from golfing in this state. There's nearly about 500 various different types of golf courses in the state of Wisconsin, and certainly we have premier ones like Erin Hills, and why we're so thrilled to have the prestige of the U.S. Open in 2017 here. But it's also really an important part of our state's economy. Our Department of Tourism has showed you in the past an independent study from a few years ago that showed that the economic impact of golf in the state of Wisconsin is about $2.4 billion. And if you really think about it, it's not just the green that comes in from the economic impact, it directly ties into people's jobs. About 38,000 jobs in the state are tied directly into golf. And so that's a pretty significant impact when you think about the economy, and you think about putting people to work. And of course, we're pleased it's literally some of the premier courses in the country are right here in the state of Wisconsin. You mentioned kind of this 5-year cycle. When you think about 2 years from now, the U.S. Open, when you think about the PGA Championship again here this year, think about the Ryder's Cup 5 years from now in 2020. Sometimes some of my friends, fellow governors and others from across the country are amazed when we start talking about this in Lincoln, Wisconsin. We can only pack a whole lot when it's warm in a short amount of time. It's kind of like Summerfest over the next couple of days. We know how to party, in this case we know how to golf, and thanks to great architects, great designers, great folks running that, it's going to have a tremendous impact. For us, we look at, again, the great golf that you get year-round at a place like this, but for a U.S. Open, we're looking at, I think some of the ones you mentioned in the past, we did a little research, and in those regions, there's typically anywhere from 140 to 170 million dollars worth of economic impact just from having the U.S. Open within that region. We've seen it with some of the other things that happen, some of the other events like that. This is not only the first of the kind in Wisconsin, but the first U.S. Open in the Midwest was 2003. So it really is a tribute to Erin Hills and to the effort by this community and by all the supporters here. Certainly the state's proud to play a part of that. That'll mean, in terms of visitors, we love golf. Golf has an impact, as I mentioned, about $2.4 billion. About $400 million of that is directly, in that study we looked at, tied into tourism. So with big events like that, we love it. I think the estimates show that there's a belief that there'll be about 35,000 spectators per day during the cycle here. That's a lot of folks coming in, not just to watch the golf, but to come in and spend money here in the region. We love that. And I think when you think about the televised impact, I think it's something like 28 hours of television, at least the U.S. Open now on TNT and CBS. That reaches nearly 200 countries and almost 500 homes across the globe. That's a great way to not only show off Erin Hills, but to show off the state of Wisconsin. I'm hoping a lot of people will look and go click on travelwisconsin.com to figure out what else they can do when they're in a great place and a great course like this. So we couldn't be more thrilled to be here. It's something that we like to say we're proud to be a part of. We're proud to host in Wisconsin. I know the folks here in the county and in Erin are proud to, but I know the staff, most importantly, all the supporters here are proud of. And it's part of a great tradition that Governor Doyle started with his efforts. And we're proud to carry that on. We're pleased to be here and help you kick off things here today with some great golf. And I wish you well. I wish the only, Lance, you get a kick out of this. The only driver I'm going to be able to help out with today is maybe I can get Donald driver on the phone or something like that. But have a great time, and thanks for highlighting the great golf here at Erin Hills and getting us built up for the excitement come 2017 with the U.S. Open. Appreciate it.